Oh, so hello everyone. JMan the Dual Blade at the show. uh, but I do get what PC is talking about. While Funimation in itself will not be totally destroyed by this, by the leaks and all that, they will at least be severely crippled. Because they've lost the goodwill with the fan base. They're losing goodwill with the people that own the Dragon Ball IP, who also happen to own the One Piece IP. So they are going to be severely crippled on the Japanese front. I should also pull up the files just to be safe as well.
Alrighty. I am sorry for that, folks. I am sorry. so, yeah, I had to use the restroom. I've been peeing a lot. I'll be honest with you guys. Doing some of these long streams, and talking all night, it just it makes me want to pee because I drink so much. Like, I've been drinking so much water. See, it, I've already drunk like 4 bottles of water today.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water myself. Right now, I've been drinking some water from an OG rock glass.
Oh yeah.
It says, "Hey jabroni, and know your role."
Okay, so Victor Mignogna plaintiff versus Funimation Productions LLC, Jamie Markey, Monica Rial, and Ronald Toye, defendants. In the district court,
Everyone.
41st Judicial District, Tarrant County, Texas. Plaintiff's response to defendants' TCPA motions to dismiss. To the Honorable Judge of said courts, in this response to defendant's motion to dismiss, plaintiff Victor Mignogna, Vic, objects to defendant's evidence, shows they fail to meet their burdens, meets his burden, and requests that the court strike defendant's evidence and deny their motions to dismiss. So he's just he's hammering it. Like,
Oh yeah, he's definitely hammering it. He's bringing down that legal hammer.
Like he's not wasting any time with this. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking strike everything. One, background facts. For years, okay, I'm gonna read this. For years, the work environment at Funimation Productions LLC was amorous and sexually charged. Its programming is still salacious or sexual, such as Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, starring Jamie Markey, also a writer, as Panty, and Monica Rial as Stocking, a show all about sex and eating candy, and two fallen angels dressed as schoolgirls who use their lingerie as weapons to fight bad guys in prison school, where the school is ruled by a secret council of sadistic female students, and boys are in for a world of hurt, a super raunchy anime series and most perverted anime show. Like, I can't even imagine, the judge reading this. He'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah, he's basically going to go like, wait a minute, they actually did this, and yet they're accusing the plaintiff as being some sort of a sexual deviant.
Yeah, I mean, and he's not really lying about Panty and Stocking. It is a very raunchy show. It's basically the anime equivalent of South Park.
I mean, come on, praise the Lord, mother effer. Yeah, that is Ron.
Yeah, one deposition of Monica Rial, and yeah, these are just side notes here. Where they can find
side
the
notes.
evidence here.
General background information.
Oh,
You're
my
not,
gosh, I forgot about this picture here. Oh man,
doesn't the Funimation, don't the VAs click or something?
Yeah, I believe that's Ian Sinclair in the middle, if I'm not mistaken. Is that?
And I believe Ian was supposed to take Lee after Vic left.
I'm not really sure who that guy is right here, but that picture says a lot of things. At times, Funimation uses provocative imagery to promote its shows, such as Jamie and Monica in this promotion for their show, Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. In fact, this raunchy environment at times appears at conventions attended by its voice actors, for example, Jamie making out with Vic, figures 2 and 3, at the 2010 Konnichiwa convention in Tucson, Arizona, or Monica being spanked at the 2011 Anime Detour convention in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Gosh, these cities, I'm sorry. I've never been to any of them, and I could never pronounce the names. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That umbrella guy messes names up all the time.
Oh, yeah. Rumors of Vic being an asshole, using fans, and being a pedophile were begun by Funimation's de facto manager, Chris Sabat, Monica, and Jamie in the early 2000s. So, of course, they're mentioning, Chris Sabat in this, because he's mentioned a lot in this, by the way. This ain't the only time he's going to be mentioned. Trust me. There's plenty of Chris Sabat stuff in this.
I already know what his general consensus is.
All right. Long before any posts...
Respect my authority!
Long before any posts or tweets cited by defendants were made, Funimation nevertheless points to the January 16, 2019 tweet from Hanalea, tagging it with the question, "Hey at Funimation, why do you employ a known pedophile," and linking to a post on Pretty Ugly Little Liar as initiating allegations against Vic and triggering its investigation. But Hanalea did not state that Vic is a known pedophile, and Vic has never been charged as such. Indeed, on January the 18th, 2019, at Mars Girl posted, "Hey, I just wanted to be certain. Is it possible you were remembering voice actor Ilch I can't even. What's his face?
Ilya Guardiola?
Yeah, I guess.
Or Illich Guardiola?
I can't even pronounce their fucking names. Oh my god.
Yeah,
What is
some
wrong with
of the
me?
names are really bad to pronounce. Um, the only way I'm aware of how to pronounce his first name is because his name appeared in Ghost Stories.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry for the water sound, guys. Jesus Christ. Ooh. That made me thirsty. I can't help it. Like, you know, I drink a lot of water. So, I mean, I'm like Monica Rial. I have to drink. Referring to a different former Funimation voice actor, not Vic, had been the one charged with sexually assaulting a minor. Which, that is, wasn't that the guy that was dating Monica? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was. Even Monica admitted to it. Uh, by the way, was I couldn't tell if that was a sneeze or not, so I'm just going to assume it wasn't. Say bless
And
you.
didn't he? Yeah, that was a cough. And didn't he also? He married the girl, didn't he? The girl that he was.
Yeah, he married the 16-year-old and even got the mother's consent.
Oh dear lord. Oh gosh.
Hey, it's always. Hey, I guess Family Guy didn't lie. Children can really score in Vegas.
Oh god. Yeah, Christmas must be very awkward. On January
Oh yeah.
20th, Vic tweeted unequivocal. On January 20th, Vic tweeted unequivocal denials of Hanalea's charges and sincerely apologized to anyone who felt he had been less than kind and grateful, or whom he had made feel badly or uncomfortable. He finished with as clear a statement as possible. Finally, any allegations of sexual harassment, sexual assault, or disturbingly pedophilia are completely and utterly false. My heart weeps for anyone who endures a violation of this kind. So, to be accused of harming others in this way, I have no words. Yeah, that's from Vic's tweet that he made. That I think that was the first apology he did, because he made two apologies. Which, here's the
Yeah,
thing: never
which were.
apologize, because that just I don't know if that's gonna ruin the case right there.
I don't think it will
You don't think
commit
it will?
to doing anything.
Hang on.
It's doing anything, so I don't think it will really hurt his chances of winning.
Hang on here.
Most he said was he apologizes for offending someone, and that that will not get far in terms of harming the case. Blah. I almost said pace. What am I even smoking?
You must be smoking something. Alright, so where were we? Okay. A few days later, on January the 22nd, Ronald began telephoning and tweeting Christopher Salotsky.
Tosh.
Slatosh? Okay.
Tosh, I believe.
Okay, Slatosh. Host of the Kamehacon convention, Ronald accused Vic of assaulting 4 people: Monica, the 2 twins who lived with me, and another voice actor's girlfriend. Told Slatontosh that Sony was conducting an investigation and that criminal charges would soon be filed against Vic. Monica also telephoned Slatontosh and called Vic a sexual predator, and reportedly asserted that criminal charges would soon be filed against him, despite the fact that it's September and there's been no charges at all filed against him.
Yeah, which is actually really funny. I think I think he was really tucking out of his ass there.
Oh yeah, he was trying to get Vic kicked out, of the convention. That's not I mean, that's not surprising to me, considering, how Ron is, how he comes off. Like, he comes off as a manipulator, and he tries to twist and bend the narrative. And, like, that's one I noticed when I was tweeting with him. Like, he told me that, like, he was gonna block me and unblock me once everything is done, and he said he wants me to apologize. I actually have the tweet where he says, "And I demand you apologize." Well, guess what, Ron? You will never get that apology because you're a wife-beating son of a bitch. Fuck you.
Yeah, I've been in DMs with him. He was relatively nice to me, but I can see he was also trying to manipulate me when he said, "Oh, we just want Vic to get some help." That
They
was a
don't care.
manipulation tactic.
They don't care. They don't care about getting Vic any help. Oh, Brian Frere. I remember that. Yes. And it's awful. It's these people are just awful human beings. They don't care about Vic. They never did. They never cared about getting him help or anything. They just wanted to damage this guy. That's all they really wanted to do. All right.
Now,
Where were we? During these telephone
you,
conversations, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
it, it's all right. It's all right. It was a real quick note. I can see myself shoes than anyone else because PC, you know that I'm a real nice guy, right?
Oh
I
yeah.
try to be kind to everyone I meet. Um, I can actually picture myself being in Vic's shoes if
Oh
I made
yeah.
it into his position due to how I act, how I try to treat people.
Yeah.
So that's what gets me on all this because I can see myself in this position.
Oh yeah. Uh, I try to respect people the way that I would want to be respected, and I would never try to. I would never try to manipulate anybody or twist words around. I would just be honest and just tell people how I honestly feel about somebody, or But anyways, during these telephone conversations, Monica and Ronald both urged Slate Tosh to breach his contract with Vic, despite his explanation that doing so would breach his written contract with Vic, and to refuse continuing to do business with Vic in the future. Ronald treated no wait Ronald threatened that Monica would cancel her appearance at KamehamehaCon and that his company would withdraw its financial sponsorship of the convention. Monica likewise threatened to convince other voice actors to cancel their appearances at KamehamehaCon if Slate Tosh did not breach his written contract with Vic. Which that is just a slime ball move. That's just a very slime and scummy move that they did there. That did not
Yep,
win them any
tortious interference.
favors. Yeah, that's Torsh's interference. Yep, they're gonna get that. That's Torsh's interference. Ron Toy blocked me on Twitter. Yay! Congratulations, paranoid
He
DJ.
hasn't still privated for me.
Yeah, he privated his Twitter because he's such a coward. Okay. Wait, doesn't Monica have an agent, or is Ron her agent as well? I think he's her agent. I mean, knowing his history, I mean, I can imagine it now. Ron just doing all of her con bookings. Oh my gosh. I don't want to make any jokes about it. I really don't. Because I have jokes about the situation. Like Nick said, you know, you can joke about it, but it's like you feel bad for making that kind of joke. Because you don't want to see anyone get hurt. Like, I know Monica's just in denial, you know, and I hope that's not what's going on. I hope that, you know, Ron is not, you know, abusing her or anything like that. So, you know, I try my best to, you know, have hope, you know, that everything is going fine on, you know, Monica's end. I mean, that makes me a better person than them. So, yeah. Jay Sean used a block bot and privates his account now. Yeah, Jay Sean Lemoyne here, and I sound like I don't have enough fiber in my diet. Sound like I'm constipated. Did I lose you? Did I lose you, JMan?
Nope.
I'm trying to have fun here while we go through this. Okay. Due to Ronald's disclosure. You were trying to do a Lemoyne impression?
Yeah. By the way, do you know where I can find any cons?
Yeah, where is it? I sound like John Laurinaitis. I'm the Executive Vice President of Talent Relations, and you will treat me with respect. Oh, I haven't got blocked by Jay Sean yet. I haven't gotten blocked by him either. Which I don't think he even knows my account. By the way, I'm in the deposition. So he probably knows who.
You're in the deposition?
Yes. My tweet is.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I know my tweets aren't going to make it, okay? I know my tweets aren't going to make it. Since
apparently, Rinfamous gave him the block bots. Yeah, Landwell gave him the, block bots.
But we need to get Japan in on this because they clearly missed the blue.
I'm hearing Stephanie being dragged into this. God damn it. Okay, we need to actually get back to this. Get back to the documents. Otherwise, we'll just be at it all night. Due to Ronald's disclosure of Sony's investigation and his and Monica's pressure, Slate and Tosh canceled Vic's appearance at KamehamehaCon in breach of his written agreement. Slate and Tosh eventually re-invited Vic to attend KamehamehaCon, but only after considerable expense by both sides and requiring Vic to pay for additional security, something not required of other guests. Monica made good on her threat. Okay. I remember when Ron read your name. Ty, do you know who Pirate Canvas is? Ron, I do not recall. Well, do you recall now, bitch? Yeah, Josie. Yeah, that was so hilarious. But yeah, when people pulled out from that, you know, the whole KamehamehaCon thing, like, I felt like they were just giving a big middle finger to all the fans that were looking forward to the convention, which, speaking of, I actually got the chance to speak with somebody that represented KamehamehaCon, and they were supposed to get back with me because I was actually supposed to be a guest down there at KamehamehaCon. But they never got back to me, so, and plus I didn't have enough money to go anyway, so. But that is something that, you know, was in the works, actually. And if I had the money and everything, all the resources, I would have went. But
yeah, I honestly wanted to go to Comic Con and Anime Matsuri as well, but I didn't have the money.
Right. But you know the funny thing about it, like the whole additional security, like where they mention it here. They had to pay for additional security just to keep Vic safe. Like that shows you right there that, they they sort of, they're I mean, they're keeping their word with his contract. And it's a good thing that they didn't do that. They didn't just outright cancel him, but they're trying to keep a cautious, trying to be cautious about, having him there just in case, which I'm glad the event went off without a hitch. I'm glad.
I'm
And,
glad all the events that Vic's gone to has gone off without a hitch.
mm-hmm. Mm.
It's almost like these claims are severely exaggerated.
Oh yeah. Which by the way, people, I should say this. Like, you know, after, my experience from Bubba Fest, and I'm pretty sure Josie can agree with me because she was at Bubba Fest as well. Like, I never noticed Vic, you know, ever touching anyone inappropriately or uh, doing anything that would have people be cautious about. He mostly just either gave you a hug or put his arm around you, but like for some of the girls he like had his arm out, like like doing the ghost rap, I guess. Like, what Keanu Reeves does. Sorry, I'm adjusting my headset here. But like he had his arms like this cuz he didn't want to touch anybody. But I told him, I'm giving you a hug. Man, you deserve a hug.
Yeah, that I do. If I ever meet Vic, I am going to get to give him a hug.
So you're right. These claims are over exaggerated. And if people were so uncomfortable, like if people felt uncomfortable, then why would they even ask Vic to, take a picture with them or to, even, you know, ask for a hug or anything like that? Cuz he asked me, he asked me if I, you know, I mean, well, actually I asked him for a hug, but he asked me how I wanted to take a picture. So technically he does ask people. So that's the thing. And
Yeah,
also I do notice that YouTube is sort of eating the comments here. Um I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Like I noticed that some people's comments are not showing up like in the chat here. I do apologize.
yeah. For some reason, YouTube has been very weird lately when it comes to comments or chats.
Josie said, I remember on the last day of Bubba Fest, I told Vic that I wanted a big hug before I left that Sunday. Meeting him, he was so kind, patient, and he took time out with each person to make it special. And that's the thing. Vic cares about his fans. He he does not come off as a creep. He does not come off as someone who you would expect to be, this monster that they're trying to paint him as. He didn't come off that way at all. I mean, I watched every single interaction while I was in line. And he never gave anyone a bad feeling, never made them feel uncomfortable or anything. So, what does that tell you? Like, I've only seen people walk away with a smile on their face. To me, that just says that they're jealous. They're jealous of Vic, and they just wanted to have it out for him this whole entire time. They didn't want him to be
Just
in
wait
conventions.
until you get Chuck Huber's affidavit.
Okay, let's continue this. I don't want to be at this all night, by the way. We're gonna skim through some stuff, because some of this we already know. This is where I believe this is the story, ain't it? On January 23rd, Monica and Tammy Denbo, a Sony employee, exchanged email in which Monica... Okay, this is the email exchange between Monica and Tammy. They exchanged email in which Monica thanks her for making me feel at ease and helping me realize it wasn't anything I did wrong. And Denbo is glad it helped to talk it through. On January 24th, Ronald Toyi tweeted that I know with 100% certainty that Vic assaulted 4 people I love. Even though, didn't he say that, Vic sexually assaulted over 100 women?
Yeah, and that he raped Monica as well. Um, it's a very weird. Ron
Yeah, he
Toye,
assaulted 4
the
people I
loyal
love, even though
sheepdog.
he also assaulted 100 women.
Yeah.
What about the
I mean,
other?
look.
What about the other 96 women?
Yeah, hundreds upon thousands of women.
Where's the other 96 women? Oh my gosh.
Um,
Do they not
but
get
yeah,
love?
maybe he's talking about just the hugs.
Yeah.
Uh, and in that case, oh my god, there's a serial hugger on the loose.
January 25th, Dembo contacted Vic. Funimation was conducting a confidential, quote, confidential investigation into Vic's writing Monica's name on a jelly bean she threw to him at a convention, not at Funimation's offices, and then eating it. His flirting with 2 adult women at a convention, not at Funimation's offices, who had been flirting with him for more than a year, and a single consensual kiss between Vic and a co-worker more than 3 years ago at Funimation's office, for which no complaint was ever made. There was no allegation of abuse, assault, or harassment. That day, Ronald tweeted, Vic assaulted 4 people very close to me. Yeah, that last one, that was Sarah, that was the,
Right in
yeah, that was Vic's friend, wasn't it?
here. Are you talking about the one that has the brother that's actually a convicted predator?
No, that's Sarah Wiedenheft.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but now I'm not sure. Um, I don't know who it was that did the consensual
It's
kiss.
mentioned in this. I think I saw it earlier. I just forgot the name of the person. I know her name is Sarah something. On January 26th, Ronald declared that Vic is guilty of sexual assault and that Vic is a predator. 2 days later, Ronald publicly stated that Vic is a man with a clear history of sexual deviancy. He's a sexual
Oh yeah.
deviant.
Oh yeah, look at all those hugs, look at all those kisses.
The next day, January 29th, Funimation informed Vic that his contract with Funimation was terminated, but gave him no reason for the termination. On January the 30th, Monica emailed Denbo thanking her for a January 29th voicemail update and for being so kind. Monica also exchanged 6 emails with Lisa Gibson that day, during which Monica asked Gibson what she could say publicly, broached when Funimation would make a statement, and thanked Gibson for her update, and Gibson encouraged Monica to hang in there. On January 31st, Monica had a telephone call with Gibson and Sony's Scott Barreto. And Ronald tweeted, "I know of at least 4 assaults. I am glad to see conventions canceled and the truth coming to light." I mean, that's basically really, that's the intent there. That's the malice right there.
Yeah, yeah, I can know that with Chuck Huber's affidavit, we're going to get really, really deep into the dark secrets of Monica and the little clique in Funimation.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, but how does Ron, like, Ron doesn't even work for Funimation?
Correct. I don't even know what he is to Funimation.
Yet, how does he know about the investigation? Like, how is he given this information? That's something I want to know. Is Monica telling him all this?
That would actually be the best possible theory, that Monica is telling him all.
Yeah. Or maybe he actually does work for Funimation. That's a possibility. Oh no, possibly the casting couch. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get into that.
We're going to figure out just.
I'm gonna skip some things here though, because I really want to get into the juicy stuff. I do. Let's see.
So the juicy stuff being that you want to go into the part where Ty just brings down that law hammer, right?
Yeah. Let's talk about February the 7th here. The next day, February the 7th, in an email to Funimation's Trina Simon, Monica accused Vic of sexually assaulting her in 2007. As if synchronized, Jamie tweeted the same day that Vic is a monster. There are dozens upon dozens of reports, and Ronald again publicly called on Funimation to make a statement. Jamie then reveals their plan: use name and shame to destroy Vic's reputation. Correct me if I'm wrong here, though. Didn't people point out that Monica's Vic story sort of sounds similar to some of the other Vic stories, where he pulled her hair?
Yeah, in fact, there's actually a fanfic that actually sounds very similar to Monica's.
Like, that just sounds odd. It sounds so odd when you listen to the story. It's like, he pulled my hair back and he whispered something sexual in my ear.
Yeah, that's one thing that they haven't.
That's 50 Shades of Grey. That's 50 Shades of Grey shit there.
That's one thing they haven't clarified. What did he say that was sexual? I don't remember, but I know it was sexual.
I know what he said to her. I know what he said. There's a coffee stain on your dress.
I was just going to say, "Give me a hug."
No, or he probably said, "There's a cum stain on your dress."
Ooh. Ooh.
It's probably Chris's. I'm not making any allegations here. I'm not making any assumptions here. We're gonna get into the juicy stuff with Chris. We are. Trust me, people.
Oh yeah, we definitely will. Probably even with.
Yeah, the stuff we're gonna get in with Chris, I couldn't even joke about it. Like I couldn't come up with it as a joke. But it's real, people. You would think it's a joke, but it's not. Okay. February 8th, Vic tweeted that he did not want anyone claiming to support him making threats. Let me be perfectly clear that I would never condone anything approaching this whatsoever, and I call upon anyone doing it to stop this immediately. Which, that is true. There was apparently people on I Stand With Vic sending death threats, and I've denounced those people. And I've even said you're making us look bad. Stop doing this. And I think people would agree with me. Sending threats does not help anything.
Yeah, the worst I've done is probably make a legal threat where I said Vic will see you in court, and that was to Amanda Wynn Lee. I was really angry at the time, so.
But even then,
and I apologize.
Even then, though, even if I Stand With Vic was making threats, here's the thing, though: Vic has no control over his fans. He can only tell us, "Please don't do this. Don't do this at all." That's the only thing he can say.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're in charge of our own actions.
Gosh, I'm thirsty. I can't stop drinking. Okay. Let's see here. I want to just get into the juicy stuff, because this is taking forever.
Yeah, it's because Ty wanted to be thorough.
Yeah, this is like... Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all already know all about this. Stan Dolan, yes, we know about that. He basically wrote an affidavit saying that, he doesn't remember Monica ever coming to him and ever feeling, discomfort.
Oh, and funny thing, apparently T. Greg has been saying that the Stan Dolan's memory can't be trusted or something like
Oh yeah, fucking Greg Doucette, or Douchette. I call him Douchette. He doesn't know what he's even talking about. And I like how...
Of course not. I don't...
Yeah, I like how he dismisses this whole this right here, all of this.
I mean, come on. Over 1,000 pages. There's got to be some juicy stuff if they needed 1,000 pages.
Okay, so we're getting there, okay? I'm skipping some stuff, just to save some time. If you want to read it for yourselves, I'll have it available in the description once the stream is done, which I'm also going to have to put JMan's channel in the description, which I forgot to do. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
But I just want to get into the good stuff, because that's what people came here for.
Oh yeah, people came here to learn all the dark secrets behind the scenes.
All right, so this is objections, special exceptions, and motion to strike. Vic incorporates his objections to defendant's evidence attached to here too. Third, response to defendant's motions. Defendant's motion to dismiss initiated a 3-step process. First, each defendant has the initial burden to show by a preponderance of the evidence that Vic's claims against it /her/him are based on, related to, or in response to that defendant's exercise the right of free speech, the right to petition, or the right of association. That's the TCPA. A preponderance of the evidence means that the greater weight and degree of credible evidence creates a reasonable belief in the truth of the matter. Okay, so that's basically them, saying the defense have the right to, provide evidence. We know this. We already know all this. Let's just get into the good stuff. Just going through all this stuff, because this stuff ain't really important.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff is mostly giving a background of what's going on and destroying their arguments one by one, basically.
Funimation's evidence and arguments fail, and it's all just hearsay. We know this. Because they never provide any evidence of him ever, acting like... Because they bring up, Vic... Vic being rude, homophobic, and creepy. But not of sexual misconduct. Yeah, that's what it says right here. As shown, Honolulu accused Funimation of employing a pedophile, which turned out to be... Yeah, what's his face? Yeah, we know this. Okay. Let's just keep going here. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you guys, he played all the cards here. There's over 1,000 pages here.
Oh yeah, he definitely laid his cards out, and I think this is just the beginning.
Alright, so this is basically them just dismissing all the evidence that Funimation, Monica, Ron, and Jamie presented, all the affidavits and everything. And where it all boils down, it's all just hearsay. They don't provide any actual evidence.
Meanwhile, Ty Beard's just going Super Saiyan on all of them.
Oh, yeah. I'd say it'll take a while for the judge to go through all this.
Yeah, which gives people like that Umbrella guy, Yellow Flash, Nick Ricada, all of them to go over the document thoroughly.
Ugh. I'm just, I'm just looking at the rest of this, just skimming over it. Qualified privilege. That's basically them going over, what evidence, like they try to add affidavits when after their weren't they supposed to provide evidence, or they were supposed to file their... They filed it late, from what I know, right? They filed the TCPA late.
Oh yeah, they definitely tried to extend it, and they probably even tried to get more discovery time, which was really funny considering they played Discovery.
Oh yeah. But let's see, libel proof, we know about that. So they're suing for defamation, libel proof. They're trying to go for everything. Malice, which libel proof, that would be libel is basically when someone makes a false statement, and they basically they're basically lying. That's basically what libel is.
Yeah, but it's but still
All right, so
we will.
this is it. Okay, now we're getting
This
into
is
the
it for the first part.
yeah. That's the first part of the response. Okay, this is plaintiff's objections to and motion to strike evidence offered in support of defendant's motions to dismiss and defendant's supplemental evidence filed in support of defendant's TCPA motions to dismiss and supplemental. Okay, so this is okay. I'm not gonna read everything here.
Oh yeah,
Because this right
that was
here is basically they're trying to strike down all the evidence that Monica and Ronald have offered in their motion to dismiss the TCPA under the TCPA. They're supplemental to motion to dismiss, as well as the following evidence in defendant Funimation Productions supplement brief in support of its TCPA motion. So this is just them trying to strike all the evidence that they tried to put out there. Okay, exhibits attached to deposition of Victor Mignogna. Plaintiff objects to exhibits 1 through 13, 15 through 18, and 22 attached to exhibit A of the Real Toye motion. These exhibits are hearsay as they are out of court statements offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted. B. Exhibit B, affidavit of Robin Michelle Blankenship McConnell. Plaintiff objects to Exhibit B because it is not relevant or material to any issue in this case. Evidence that is not relevant is inadmissible. Plaintiff objects to Exhibit B because it contains evidence of plaintiff's character or traits, his purported sexual harassment / assault of a female that is being offered to prove that on a particular occasion the person acted in accordance with character or trait. Yeah, they try to put Michelle's story out there to basically attack his character.
I've got to say, I'm sort of laughing at the fact they even tried to use that in the first place.
Yeah, because
I
we dismissed that story. I mean, me and a bunch of people actually contacted the school that Michelle claimed that this happened at, and they said that Vic never, attended that school. He never worked there. And she tried to Photoshop a picture of Vic.
oh yeah, didn't Jordan Eshelman actually point out all the flaws in the picture?
Oh, yeah.
I and really, what was she thinking? Did she think, oh, maybe we can turn this into Twitter?
Let's see. Exhibit C, affidavit of Kara Edwards. Plaintiff objects to Exhibit C because it contains evidence of plaintiff's character or traits, his purported sexual harassment assault of a female that is being offered to prove that on a particular occasion, the person acted in accordance with a character or trait. And that's the thing. None of these accusations, these other claims, they were never reported to Funimation. So really, it has nothing to do with the case at all. All this, these affidavits of Robin and Kara Edwards, they don't matter at all because they were never reported on, and it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to Vic, the reason why Vic was fired. He wasn't fired because of Kara Edwards and Michelle Blankenship. They never contacted Funimation and made these reports about Vic. So, really, you might as well just take all these affidavits out. Because all it is just them attacking Vic's character. That's all it is. At the end of the day, that's really it. So, yeah, I mean, Lynn Hunt, same thing. Same thing. It doesn't matter. Oh, and this guy, Faisal Ahmed, wasn't that the guy that was arrested for making a false claim?
Oh yeah, that guy. I think it is.
Yeah, wasn't that the,
Uh,
the convention owner? He's a convention owner.
yeah, yeah. He owns AWA, which
Anime Weekend
ironically,
Atlanta.
I actually lived in Georgia uh, back in 2017 going to 2018. I really wanted to go to AWA one year while I was there, but it never happened.
But I like how Ty just says it's all hearsay, 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 hearsay,
Well,
hearsay,
it basically is. It's just more allegations of uh it is not going to work in a court of
hearsay,
law. So
hearsay, hearsay. All of it's hearsay.
yeah, I think Chuck Huber's affidavit is attached to this. If it is, I sincerely hope that we get to it tonight because, oh boy, it has a lot of spicy
Wait, what?
stuff.
Lemoyne did an affidavit?
No, not Lemoyne, Chuck Huber.
No, right here. There is an
Wait,
affidavit of Sean Lemoyne. What?
he did an affidavit for his own TCPA? What? Now that's a first.
Oh my god. Affidavit of Sean Lemoyne.
Wait a minute. Did he? Please tell me this isn't a joke. Please tell me it isn't, because I guarantee everyone's gonna have a field day with this.
It is not a joke, because it's mentioned here. Exhibit P, affidavit of Sean Lemoyne. Plaintiff objects to exhibits attached to Exhibit P of the Real Toei motion. These exhibits are hearsay as they are out-of-court statements offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted. Hearsay is inadmissible. Plaintiff objects to Exhibit P because it is not relevant or material to any issue in this case. Evidence that is not. I'm curious now. I'm curious.
I'm curious as well. I want to know what Jay Sean's affidavit was. Okay,
Hopefully it's
I'm
in this.
curious.
I hope it's in this.
I
Because
am
we're going to
too.
read it. Actually,
Because
can we just skip this? I want to.
yeah, we could probably skip it if it's saying the basic same stuff over and over again.
Yeah, hang on. I want to find this. Because I am curious now. It better be in this. Ty, you better put this.
You
Affidavit.
probably didn't be. I think it's time to blame. Time for losing the case again.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to find Lemoyne's. We gotta find Lemoyne's affidavit because it's integral to this case, guys. Trust me, I know. I could do a pretty spot on Lemoyne voice, and I'm gonna read it in Sean Lemoyne's voice.
Seriously, Jay Sean, if they ever make a animated WWE series or something. And no, not Camp WWE, an actual WWE animated
Oh my
series.
gosh, what is going on, internet?
I, I want you to voice John Laurinaitis. Okay? You are spot on, John Laurinaitis.
I am John Laurinaitis, Executive Vice President of Talent Relations, and I will not be disrespected. Okay, so I'm gonna try to find Lemoyne's affidavit in this. This is gonna be, oh my gosh, it's gonna be comedy gold here. I can't believe he actually wrote an affidavit.
I mean, but seriously, what was Jay Sean thinking? I'm pretty sure as right to his own TCPA.
All right, let's do this. Hang on. All right, Sean Lemoyne, or I'll just type in Sean if it'll let me. My internet's being weird. I don't know what is going on.
I may have to look ahead in the documents to see if Chuck Huber's affidavit is in there, because I definitely want to get to it tonight.
Yeah, it for some reason it's acting weird. Okay, now it's working. Okay, Sean. Come on. Don't do this to me, Brave. It's my browser that's doing this, by the way, people. I do apologize for the technical difficulties. It's all your fault, JMan.
Damn it, I lost the case. I'm becoming Nick Ricada.
Okay, let's see. Okay, there's Sean Schimmel. What?
Oh, wait a minute. Actually, they are showing the exhibits.
Where's the exhibits, though? Hang on.
I'm at page 77 in the document.
Page 77?
But it does have personal information. It has phone numbers.
I don't really care, to be honest.
All right, I just thought I'd let you know just in case.
Hang on.
Yeah, I found the affidavit of Stan Dolan.
Okay.
Oh, Vic actually wrote an affidavit as well.
Yep. And we're just gonna go ahead and skip the rest of this. We're gonna go and we're gonna go ahead and read we're gonna read Chuck Huber's affidavit, because I don't have all night to read all this. I want to get into the juicy stuff here. So are you guys ready? You guys ready for the juicy stuff?
Did you find Chuck Huber's?
I'm waiting for it to pull up here. God damn, Ty. Got too many fucking pages here.
Well, we can't say he's not thorough.
Yeah. God damn, come on. Come on. Really? Oh, my lord. I might as well just download it and just... That's what I'm just gonna do. Because it keeps messing up.
Deposition of Vic Mignogna.
Hang on, people.
I've already seen.
Oh my gosh, I got all my anime shit there. That's just footage that I use sometimes in my streams. Okay. I just downloaded it. Just read it off there. Oh Lord, people. Things I do for you. Hmm. Alright. So let's actually let's Chuck Huber. It's not gonna let me, is it? Not gonna let me search. Lord God. Why is it acting up on me? I'm sorry, people. Look at this. Usually it is not like that. Oh man. This is taking forever. Okay, so this is the text messages exchange between Chris and Ron. We already saw that. Lord. This is taking
I found out
forever.
a good chunk of them are actually the depositions.
Right. Okay. Alright. Don't say anything, but one of those who are coming forward is Monica. Yeah, don't tell anyone. Alright, let's see. Gosh. This is taking forever just to get to Chuck Huber's affidavit. Okay, Stan Dolan. Okay, we know about that one. Okay, plaintiff played the videos promised. Okay, identify all persons witnessed. Okay, there's Vic's affidavit, which we'll go back to that, but we need to go to let's go to Chuck Huber, because this one blew my mind. Okay, that's Vic Mignogna's affidavit. Okay, this is the email between Vic and Tammy. We'll read that, some of that as well. Yeah, Lemoyne blocked me as well. Score. Nice. He hasn't blocked me yet. Okay, this is deposition of Vic. I might have skipped it. I might have to go back up. Think I skipped all the affidavits. Okay, let's go up. Stan Dolan. Okay. Hang on. Alright, people. We're getting there. We're getting somewhere. We got Vic and Stan Dolan's affidavits here, which we'll go over Vic's here in a little bit. I want to find Chuck Huber's affidavit, because that's what I want to go over. That's the important stuff. That's the depositions.
Yeah, I just went through with depositions and then a lot of tweets.
Oh yeah.
So
Don't really need to go through the
we
depositions.
yeah
Do
we
they
should.
call you Führer? I like how he brought up the whole Führer thing. Like it's a joke, dude. You know that has implications. It's it implicates Jews. You do realize that it's offensive to Jews, even though no one in that courtroom is Jewish, so it's okay. Because you're in Texas. All right, let's keep going.
I found it.
What page?
49.
49. Hang on. I'm scrolling through this. Okay. Going through all of this just to get to Chuck Huber's just to get to his deposition. That's what I really care about.
Is juicy. Very juicy. This one that
God damn.
is most is going exact.
Alright. Can we just okay. It's Monica's deposition, Ronald.
And it does have it does have his address. Be wary.
Okay, hang on. I'm pretty sure people are not gonna try to dox Chuck. Chuck is a good guy. I've spoken with him. Good person.
Yeah, and I mentioned how to my roommate how he was Android 17, and my roommate was surprised considering that Chuck took all of the emotion out of his voice.
You said page 49?
Yep. That's where it starts.
Hang on. I'm still trying to find it. I'm sorry, people. This is just way too much stuff to go through here. Okay. I might have to scroll back up here. You said page 49.
Yep.
Okay. 42.
Yeah, number one of the affidavit is the address.
All right. Here we go. Affidavit of Chuck Huber. All right. So I'm going to read through all this right here because there's some juicy stuff in this, as people have posted on Twitter. And I'm just going to react to it. I haven't read all of it. I haven't had the chance to. I've only read some of the stuff that people have posted. But this will be my initial reaction to it. Alright, so on this day, Chuck Huber, personally known to me to be the affiant herein, appeared before me, and after being sworn according to law on his oath, deposed and said as follows. 1. My name is Chuck Huber, and I reside at... Yeah, I'm not going to read his address. It's there, though. Sorry. I am over the age of 18 years and competent to make this affidavit. I have personal knowledge of the facts stated in this affidavit, and these facts are true and correct. The facts in this affidavit should not be construed to condone Vic Mignogna's behavior, especially as it relates to his infidelity toward Michelle Specht, which was personally heartbreaking and terrible. Or horrible. Yeah, Vic admitted to that. You know, that he cheated on his
but
significant other.
one horrible event does not necessarily mean he's a bad person.
No. But, I mean, it's still wrong to cheat on somebody. It's still a horrible thing to do.
I don't condone it either, but at the same point of time, it isn't exactly illegal.
Oh, yeah. It's not illegal at all. But, you know, that's just the thing, though. You know, people don't seem to realize when it comes to, you know, stuff like this. It's really hard to judge someone for that. It really is. I try my best to, you know, not judge anybody and to give people the chance to better themselves. And I would never in my, you know, I would never go after the person and tell them, "Hey, you know, you should cancel this person. They don't deserve to have a career. You know, they're an awful person." And all this shit that's come out. I would never do that. Alright. I have been an anime voice actor since 1998 and have performed over 200 roles. I have attended over 150 anime conventions. I've been a voice actor for Funimation since 1998 and intimately familiar with the work environment in Funimation. I'm friends with several employees of Funimation and have had direct communication with former CEO Jin Fukunaga, Karen, Mika, Justin Cook, and Colin Klinkenbeard through my years of employment at Funimation. I have been a voice actor for Okratron 5000, a company owned by Chris Sabat, since 2004, and I've been an employee of Deep Space Mustache, a film company founded by Chris Sabat during 2012 to 2013. Yeah, that was a failed endeavor of Chris Sabat. It's not the only failed endeavor. I think that was one of his failed projects, wasn't it? Deep Space Mustache.
Deep Space. Honestly, I haven't heard of it.
He tried to get into filmmaking. Didn't last long. Might as well call it a failure.
Yeah, definitely a failure.
Okay, I have been friends with Plaintiff Victor Mignogna for at least 10 years. I've been friends with the defendants, Jamie Markey and Monica Rial, for at least 10 years. First time I heard Vic's name, was in a conversation in 2003-2004 with Chris Sabat. This occurred while I was recording for a Funimation property at Okatron 5000. Could be Dragon Ball Z.
Could be anything.
In that conversation, Chris Sabat verbally disparaged Vic's Christian faith and speculated that Vic was actually gay based on the way he dressed. Oh boy.
What?
Yeah. He apparently thought that Vic was gay.
Yeah, but that's not unusual considering my roommate thought Vic was gay when meeting him for the first time.
Well, he is certainly not gay. Even Josie could tell you that he's not gay.
Yeah, I don't think he's gay either. I think he's In fact, me and my roommate have pretty much gotten into an argument about it, and we decided to leave it at he supports the gay community, but he is in fact.
But that doesn't come to no surprise at all that Chris doesn't like Vic because of who he is. Because I've heard that Chris Sabat, he's an atheist, from what I know. Am I correct?
I heard that he was Christian but hates fake Christians.
Well, according to this, it says Chris Sabat verbally disparaged Vic's Christian faith and speculated that he was gay. I mean, maybe he is a Christian. I'm not really sure.
I think Chris Sabat is using a no true Scotsman argument against Vic.
Oh yeah, maybe. But
anyways,
let's continue. In that conversation, Chris Sabat stated that Vic was a pedophile who liked little girls. Despite these statements, he did not express concerns about risks to fans, which I thought was odd, and that is odd.
And this was back in 2003 or 2004?
Yeah. Apparently.
Okay. This puts a lot of stuff against Chris Sabat.
During this conversation, there was no specific mention of Vic committing sexual harassment, sexual assault, inappropriate behavior with teenage fans of that, or that Vic posed a risk to fans at conventions. In approximately 2007, Vic began the practice of autographing artwork depicting anime characters for money at anime conventions. I think this was this was at the time when people try to get Vic to sign some yaoi work, and he refused to sign it because it wasn't because he's a Christian and he thought he shouldn't sign gay stuff, but because it wasn't canon.
It's a convention. It's well, there's also another thing. He'd look a lot worse if he actually signed it. Because a lot of yaoi is not safe for work pieces of artwork, and he could get into trouble for signing it in a public place like that.
I'd raise eyebrows at the fact that Sabat said Vegeta can have Bulma at any age. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Chris. Now, you can't be like that, man. That is so inappropriate. In that, okay, where is it?
Number 16.
Other voice actors: Jamie Markey, Monica Rial, and Chris Sabat, and other Funimation employees initially described that practice as stealing from fans, using fans, or being an asshole. We all later adopted the same practices and currently follow those practices at conventions. So they're talking about artwork depicting anime characters for money at they're talking about fan art. Obviously they consider that selling fan arts, they considered that as stealing.
By the way, you know what this could link them to?
What?
Them creating the rumors about Vic to begin with.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're at 17. This behavior by voice actors, including Jamie Markey, Monica Rial, and Chris Sabat, and other Funimation employees towards Vic's successful business tactics, demonstrates long-standing negative opinions about Vic. So the fact that he would sign fan art, like that's what I do know. Vic would sign fan art. He just wouldn't sign yaoi stuff. Is that what this means? Like he would sign fan art?
Yeah, he'd sign fan art. He just won't sign NSFW artwork.
Yeah, not safe for work.
Exactly. I mean, the Reasonable Rangers I know a while back sent him a book featuring all their artwork, and he thanked them profusely in a YouTube video
Yeah.
for the artwork.
Oh
So
yeah.
he does like non-canon artwork. He just doesn't want NSFW artwork.
And that's his opinion, you know, he's allowed to have that opinion. Doesn't make him homophobic.
Exactly. It just happened to be
But the
yaoi
thing
fan
though
art.
is the most interesting thing is, like, you know, like he said, you know, this behavior by voice actors towards Vic's successful business tactic. Something tells me that they are just jealous. They're jealous of the fact that, you know, he treats his fans good, and that, you know, he's, you know, more than willing to, you know, sign fan art.
Exactly. He loves his fans. You
Oh
can
yeah.
tell.
I think it's just jealousy. Okay, 18. In virtually all conversations I had with these voice actors when Vic was not present, disparaging remarks were made about Vic. Typical statements included he's a prima donna, he's a douche, he's a diva, his clothes are gay, plus comments of his purported infidelity, dislike of his conservative Christian beliefs, and personal attacks for his support of Donald Trump. All of these comments were made at one time or another by Monica Rial, Jamie Markey, Chris Sabat, and others. All of them, however, conceded his ability to do his job. Oh my god. So, it basically proves my speculation to be correct. That they never liked Vic as a person. They never considered him a friend. All because of who he is, what his beliefs are. This is all just a smear campaign. This is all a smear campaign. Bring down an innocent man. This pisses me
Yep.
off even more. It does. Knowing this.
Let's keep reading.
Okay. 21. In December 2013 at Yamacon, I had lunch with Sean Schimmel and Sonny Strait. Sean Schimmel tried to persuade me to participate in a derogatory video about Vic known as the Vince Mangina voice
Vince
actor
Man.
pedophile video. The video was to portray Vic as a pedophile. I refused because Vic is my friend and he is not a pedophile. Yeah, I knew it. I fucking knew it. That fucking video that I played the other night. I knew it. It's not just a parody video. It's just a derogatory video. To make Vic look bad. Oh my god, and I can't believe people actually fucking defended that video. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
I know I didn't defend. I didn't really defend it, but I didn't really attack it either, because I didn't find the video funny.
it is funny if, I mean, here's the thing. I like dark humor. I do. I love dark humor. I think you can make a joke about anyone. Doesn't matter. But the way they came off with it, the way they mischaracterized Vic and everything else that has happened, I'm pretty sure you can actually use that video now. You can use that video now as libel or as an attack of his character, which I know they could probably argue it's a parody, but it's libel because they're trying to make a claim that he's, a pedophile.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sean, Sonny, you better be prepared for it to be served.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 23. Most of the time when I interacted with Sean Schimmel, he attacked Vic for pushing his Christian faith on fans at conventions and for Vic's purported sexual promiscuity? Promiscuity?
Yeah, I think you've got promiscuity.
Yeah, promiscuity. But I heard that Sean Schimmel was raised in a Catholic home, like a Catholic family, and
I don't know if he was Catholic. I know he's Christian in some sense, but he no longer practices any religion.
I don't know what their problem is with Vic. I mean, to me, I've watched Vic's videos, of him, uh, talking about his religion, which the man is dedicated to it. But I've never seen him push his religion on anybody, and that would be out of character of him to do that.
Yeah, plus I'm pretty sure if he was hardcore religious, I doubt he'd be playing a character like Edward Elric.
Who is also an atheist.
Yeah, but it's confirmed in the manga.
Yeah, he's an atheist. In 2016, I was at Funimation and witnessed a producer at Funimation warn other Funimation employees of Vic's arrival and address Vic negatively with directors at Funimation. In approximately 2016-2017, a director employed at Funimation told me that Vic would never get a directing job at Funimation because he was such a douche. This conversation happened at Funimation. I advised Vic of this conversation. Vic later told me he addressed this issue with Justin Cook, a member of Funimation management. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is where they got the stories of him being rude with people. Um, I've never seen that. Like, this just does not sound like Vic.
I was wondering
But
myself.
this does sort of go hand in hand with what my theory is, which is that the voice actors
But
themselves are the ones that started the rumors.
but even then, though, even if Vic was being a douche, even if he was being a douchebag to people, what crime has he committed? That's something I want to know. What does that have to do with, him sexually assaulting people? To me, this just comes off as just attacking his character. That's all it is.
I think that's precisely what it is.
I believe he might be. I believe Justin Cook may be involved in this somehow. In my opinion, the voice actor and Funimation employees described above were overly preoccupied with disparaging Vic. Over the last decade, I was around Vic, the defendants, and other Funimation employees hundreds of times until January 2019. None of them directly accused him of sexual assault or sexual harassment in my presence. Until January 2019, negative discussions about Vic Mignogna in my presence were accompanied by laughter and derision, but never included derision, but never included concern for any alleged victims or named specific victims. Vic has always been a joke to a certain clique of influential Funimation employees for decades, but never a threat. And that's perhaps the most interesting thing. You know, if Vic was such a bad person, if this guy was such an awful person, why didn't they fire him? I mean, I know they compliment on his work ethic, you know, how good he is as a voice actor. But if he's causing such a problem, if he is such a bad person, if this guy is such a douche, why keep him employed? Why give him director roles? Why do you keep using him? That makes no sense. You want to know why? They're jealous of him. And the reason why... Yeah, they're jealous of him. They're jealous of his success. They're jealous of the fact that he has a fan base that is devoted to him and that is, you know, willing to support him. And that's why they make fun of us, calling us autistic and stuff like that. Because they're jealous of the fact that Vic has a huge following and that, you know, the guy is good at what he does. And they disparage him for his beliefs and who he is as a person. Oh my gosh, this just makes me even more angry every time I read. It's like, oh my gosh, can't even keep my own composure. I'm so upset at this. I feel like I want to just, you know, shake them, you know? Not strangle them.
Oh, I know.
Just shake them.
I know.
Like, what are you
I know how you
idiots saying? Can't help but blow. I'm just... I'm trying to remain calm here.
Let's keep reading.
Vic indicated to me that in 20 years of working at Funimation, he had never been warned of any complaints about his behavior. Vic told me he had a meeting with a producer at Funimation in approximately 2018, specifically to discuss any issues with his behavior. He stated that there was no mention in this meeting of his having committed sexual harassment, sexual assault, or his having behaved in an inappropriate manner at Funimation or at any conventions. He stated that she told him that he was difficult to work with because he sometimes asked directors to do additional takes when the director was satisfied with his initial take. Here's the thing. To me, that sounds like somebody who cares about their work. To me, that's what that comes off as. It doesn't sound like a douchebag. To me, it sounds like someone who is dedicated to their work. Someone who wants to make sure that they get it right. No matter how many takes. That's dedication.
Exactly, and as proven, not all of Funimation's takes strike gold. I mean, there are some anime series they dub where the acting is just very flat. And Vic clearly wanted to go the extra mile so that he didn't sound like that. He wanted his performance to be believable.
And there's nothing wrong with taking additional, making additional takes. Because it shows that you're dedicated to your role and that you want to make it perfect. And that you're dedicated to your job. That's what you're supposed to be as a voice actor. You're supposed to be dedicated to it. If your line sounds like shit, you do another take. It shouldn't matter if the director likes it or not. What matters is if you think it's good enough. Because you are the person that's, doing the voice. So, to me, that just sounds like Vic is just a dedicated worker. He's a dedicated voice actor. And that makes me respect him even more. Alright, so we're on 34.
Yeah, there's like 9 pages.
Do takes cost money. Yes and no. I mean, here's the thing. Funimation is a multi-million-dollar company. I'm sure it wouldn't hurt them to do additional takes. But I'm not sure if it does even cost money. I mean, all you're doing is you're putting audio over the actual anime. That's all you're doing. Which and it is audio work is really difficult. It's really hard, and the reason I think that they don't do a lot of additional takes is because they want to make it easier for the audio editor to splice the clips to make it match what the characters, because that's the thing. They have to match the lips, the lip sync. There's a lot that goes into dubbing. Not only do they have to translate the script, but they also have to make sure that the voices match the lip sync. And it costs a lot of money. It does. It does cost a lot of money to do that. But honestly, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I don't think there is nothing wrong with doing additional takes. Or a couple of additional takes.
As an aspirational voice actor, you should be able to do as many takes as you can, and until you're satisfied. Because I tried to do a demo reel. I know at least within the past week or so, and I was not satisfied with it at all. So satisfied that I realized, okay, I need to work on my voice acting.
I mean, I do videos and I do multiple takes, because I mess up a lot. I do. Yes, it takes a lot more work to redo something, to do additional takes and stuff. But to me, I want to make sure that, what I'm saying makes sense. And, people can, watch the video. Because, to me, I have to go in and edit it. I don't have an editor. I edit all my videos. So if I have to do multiple takes, then I do multiple takes. And I sometimes spend 4 to 5 hours just on one take. You know, or on one video. And it's mostly just me doing retakes. Because I want to get it right. Doing live streams like this, I don't enjoy it as much as I do, you know, just making videos. Because I like to edit. I do. Editing is fun. But regardless, though, it takes dedication to do stuff like this. It really does. Alright, so let's go over the rest of this. 34. Senior Funimation directors have described the work environment at Funimation to me as a den of poison. Kafka? Is that Kafka Nightmare? Kafka Nightmare? And
I think Kafka Nightmare.
Kafka Nightmare and Orwellian Slave Factory. God.
How I did that?
Ooh.
That is not somewhere I would want to work. Oh, we're getting into the juicy stuff here now, people. My experience working at Funimation was unpleasant. It is well known that if one falls out of favor with certain people, including Chris Sabat, or if one tries to do anything to change the working conditions, that person will not be rehired as a voice actor. I felt threatened with not being used as a voice actor in subsequent projects if I complained about the work environment. Funimation posted no employment policies regarding sexual harassment in the workplace or at conventions.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. So the guidelines, that goes against the guidelines then. So the guidelines there doesn't apply at all then, does it?
Hell to the no.
Funimation, okay, did not provide any employee handbook to me, Vic, Jamie, Marky, and Monica Rial. Okay.
What are they talking about? Work conditions? What's that?
In the 20 years I worked at Funimation, it was very common for employees, voice actors, writers, producers, directors to hug and kiss each other at the Funimation offices. Raunchy and sexual comedy was extremely common. Sexual relationships between Funimation employees and voice actors was common. No one was ever disciplined or terminated for this conduct. Oh my god. The hell is going on? Is Funimation the green room? If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you live in Las Vegas, do you know what I'm talking about, JMan?
I think I do.
The green room is where people go and have sex, or anything just goes. Or it's called the Green Door, actually. The Green Door. People just go there, fuck each other, and do all sorts of shit. It is, and yes, it does actually exist.
Just oof.
But that is, oh gosh, that right there. That tells me a whole lot about Funimation. As, you know, I mean, it proves the reviews from Glassdoor to be correct. That it is not a good place to work at. And, in fact, it's a dangerous place to work at. Because you can get terminated or threatened to not be used because you complained about the environment. That is fucked up. Just fuck. Alright. When Sony acquired a majority interest in Funimation in late 2017, a no hugs policy was announced. Funimation employees and voice actors largely ignored this policy at first. Okay. The voice actors, including Jamie Marchi and Monica Rial and other Funimation employees, talked and flirted freely at Funimation on a regular basis, though this did become less common after Sony instituted the no hugs policy. When the Dragon Ball Kai was being recorded in 2007, I heard rumors that actresses had been recast at Funimation for refusing sexual advances by Funimation employees. I consider these rumors credible based on my experience working at Funimation and from direct messages received from a former DBZ cast member. Oh boy. What does that tell you, people?
That tells me that the original voice of Goku and Kid Gohan, as well as the original voice for Bulma, were probably the ones that refused.
Oh boy.
Because I did wonder why Kid Gohan's voice changed so suddenly, as well as Bulma's voice.
Yeah. Crazy. I also heard that actresses who participated in sex with Funimation / Okatron 5000 employees were cast in rows. I consider these rumors credible based on my experience working at Funimation. I bet you that's how Monica Rial got her position as Bulma.
Same with Colleen Klinkenbeard, unfortunately, because I do.
Oh my god. This right here paints a very vivid picture that I don't even want to see. Oh Lord, I don't even know what to think about this.
Did I tell you that this was the meat of the strike?
You were not lying about the couch casting. Or the casting couch. You were not lying about that. Jesus Christ, I don't even know what to think about this. Yeah, that's sexual harassment.
And yeah, Vic gets the grease.
Yet Vic gets fired over, something that was supposedly normal at Funimation. And keep in mind, this was before they had any policies like this. Because he claims this happened in 2007, right?
Yeah, in 2017 was when Sony acquired Funimation.
They didn't have no policies until 2012, people. The sexual misconduct policies. They didn't have that until 2012. So this has been going on probably well over... Okay, Funimation started in 98. Well over 20 years. And they had no handbook, nothing. So Vic did nothing wrong then. you can assume that if you want. But to them, yeah, he's the only one that gets fired for it. Okay, let's finish this. When the trailer for the Dragon Ball Z Super Broly movie was released, Vic did not voice the character Broly, even though Vic was the only English voice actor who had ever voiced Broly up to that point. I think that was when they wanted to change Broly's voice because it wasn't because, of, the fact that Vic couldn't do it or anything like that. It was because of the fact that they had changed the voice actor in the original Japanese dub. And I believe Toei wanted Funimation to find someone else to voice Broly and not Vic. That's what I've heard was the story.
I don't think so, because here's the thing. If you listen to the original Broly, Vic did a great job masking his original voice.
I'm not gonna.
Even though it put a lot of stress on, it put a lot of strain on his voice. It's really hard to do that for him.
But listen, compared to the current Broly movie, the current Broly actually sounds a lot more like Vic than the original Broly did. I don't know what Toei was thinking.
The original Broly was completely one-dimensional. He was completely one-dimensional. In the new Broly, he actually does have character development. And not only that, he's actually canon now.
Yep, slap that canon sticker on Broly, because he's canon.
Yep. Alright, let's keep reading here. During this time frame, I sent a text message to Chris Sabat, who responded that if this has anything to do with Vic, I will not talk about it. Chris Sabat is the owner of Okatron 5000 and is a voice actor at Funimation. Chris Sabat, now this is the juicy part I was mentioning earlier about Chris Sabat. And oh boy, people, oh boy, there is some juicy stuff here. Because I've read some of it, but we're going to get into this. Chris Sabat did most of the casting and recording for the Dragon Ball Z properties, including for the movie Dragon Ball Z Super Broly. Chris Sabat engaged in negotiations either directly or through Funimation for various projects with Toei, owner of the Dragon Ball Z properties. The voice actors employed by Funimation generally consider Chris Sabat to be a de facto manager at Funimation, and they believe his approval and support is vitally beneficial to succeeding at Funimation in the conventions and the converse regarding his disapproval. Chris Sabat has more influence at Funimation and other studios, including Rooster Teeth and Toei, than Vic has ever had in the anime industry. So what does that tell you, people?
I think we found our Igor.
So yeah, Chris Sabat, he's the mastermind, basically, in all this.
So it may not be Toei that wanted to Vic out at all, but Chris Sabat.
And this really paints a picture of Chris Sabat, just the type of person he is. He's jealous. He has an ego that is the size of Texas. And not only that, he has power and influence. And he's a master manipulator. Yeah, he uses his influence to manipulate and control studios' decisions, including having Rooster Teeth fire Vic. That would not surprise me if that was the case. But right now, I'm just speculating.
Same here, but
I'm speculating that Chris may have had something to do with Rooster Teeth, firing Vic.
But this is very interesting information if the Chuck is telling the truth.
Oh, yeah. 50. I heard Chris Sabat and Sean Schimmel call Vic a pedophile numerous times before the allegations against Vic in January/February 2019 arose. I have observed Chris Sabat on multiple occasions talk in a derogatory manner about members of Funimation management and other people he calls, quote, friends. See, that goes back to, how this paints Chris as this egotistical, jealous, backstabbing, conniving motherfucker. And yes, Chris, you are a motherfucker to me. I don't care. Fight me. Alright, where were we?
52.
I was aware of no rumors or accusations that Vic committed rape, sexual assault, or sexual harassment until the accusations arose in February 2019 on the internet. I was aware of no rumors or statements that identified any purported victims of sexual assault or sexual harassment by Vic until February 2019 on the internet. Jamie Markey and I have been close friends and writing partners since 2009. She never mentioned the hair-pulling incident at Funimation that she alleges occurred between Vic and her. Okay, so he basically talking about the incident that Jamie alleged happened. I believe Jamie Markey would have mentioned the hair-pulling incident if it had bothered her, since she is typically very outspoken. In addition, while Jamie Markey, Monica Rial, and other Funimation employees often expressed animosity towards Vic, they never claimed he had sexually harassed or sexually assaulted anyone. Their animosity was primarily due to his personality, his sexual promiscuity, his Christian faith, and claims that he was difficult to work with. So, none of these accusations are true, people.
Yeah.
This was all just a character smear campaign.
But this does further prove that this does further give way to my speculation that the voice actors might be the ones that have been fueling the rumors since the beginning.
Oh, yeah. In 2009, Jamie Markey and I worked with Chris Sabat on con.com, or is that COQ? con.com.com. What? con.com.com, which was a website where voice actors could provide content for fans. Vic was a digital guest on that website and our primary marketing force because of his prolific convention schedule and dozens of specific conversations about Vic. There was never any concern about pedophilia or other criminal sexual behavior. I have never seen Vic behave inappropriately with any fans of any age. Although voice actors and other Funimation employees called Vic a pedophile and accused him of liking underage girls for years, they never said these things to Vic and never expressed any concern about working with Vic or doing panels at conventions with Vic until 2019, nor did they express concern for the convention fans until 2019. So you guys waited until the release of a very popular Dragon Ball movie, you know, to make all these accusations come to light. Yet you hid this. You hid all of this. Your feelings, your animosity towards this individual. You're fucking snakes. You saw an opportunity to strike, and you hit it. Because you're nothing more than fucking snakes. And you will never, ever be man enough to tell anyone how you honestly feel about them to their face. Instead, you have to hide behind a fucking phone in front of, you know, a bunch of followers. You're hiding behind them because you're fucking cowards to tell a man how you honestly feel about him. What does that say about you? Because if I had here's the thing, if I had an issue with my own coworker, I would just go up to him and tell him. I wouldn't hide this fact from him. I would say, I think you're a pedophile, and I hate your guts. I wouldn't hide that from him if I honestly felt that way about him. You want to know why? Because I'm honest. I'm brutally honest. I don't fucking go behind people's backs and talk shit about them. I say it to your fucking face. Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to confront them. That's what a human being does. And I'm sorry for the swearing, but I'm so pissed off at this. I really am. Because these people, they're not heroes. They're not idols. They're fucking cowards.
Exactly.
They're fucking snakes that are jealous of the fact that there's a man that is more successful than they are, that fans adore, that people want to go to conventions and see. They're jealous of it. And if you're watching this, KickVic, if any of you KickVic people are watching this, I dare you to challenge me. I do. If you try to smack me, I'm going to smack you much harder. Because that's what I'm all about. You unleashed the inner Keemstar in me.
Inner Keemstar, really?
Yes, the inner Keemstar in me, because people claim that I look like Keemstar.
Well, you do sort of look like him.
Oh, yeah. But I'm much nicer than Keemstar, but if you piss me off, oh boy, you'll feel the wrath. Trust me, you will. In Minecraft.
Yes, always be sure to only kill in Minecraft. Don't kill anywhere.
I want you all to fall in a ditch in Minecraft. Yeah, KickVic had no chance in hell. They have no chance in hell.
Wait,
I'm Vince McMahon, goddammit.
Are we actually Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon, or should we change over to D-Generation X? Because I think D-Generation X is more appropriate.
And if you're not down with that, KickVic, then I just got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Suck it!
Okay, let's continue this. This is so glad you finally admitted it. Oh my god, Josie. You just you make me happy. Make me happy to do this. Okay. Where were we?
Yeah, I believe we're at 63.
Okay. Although voice actors and other Funimation employees called Vic a pedophile and accused him of liking underage girls for years, they never said these things to Vic and never expressed any concerns about working with Vic. Yeah, I've already read that, I think. Okay, the sexual assault and sexual harassment allegations by the defendants and Funimation employees have seriously damaged Vic's career by including numerous conventions to cancel his appearances, by inducing producers and directors to not consider him or terminate him from projects. Jamie Markey and Monica Rial, myself, and almost all other voice actors have kissed and hugged hundreds of fans at conventions, no matter their age. I approached Jamie Markey and Monica Rial to attempt a settlement between Vic and the defendants in early March 2019. Vic was not aware of my efforts. I was initially supportive of what Jamie and Monica were doing because my understanding was that they were with inflated versions of their stories, attempting to help the alleged underage victims of rape and sexual assault by Vic, which they, along with Michelle Speck, directly told me existed, who would otherwise be too afraid to speak out. I never considered Jamie and Monica to be victims of attempted rape or sexual assault by Vic. Okay. So he basically tried to stay neutral on this. He tried to get them to, settle with Vic. He tried to do that. But of course they weren't having that. I think their goal was pretty clear. We're gonna fucking ruin this man's life. And there's nothing you can do to stop us.
Yep, because otherwise it wouldn't be a click.
No, they just wanted to ruin his life. It's all that animosity that they've had against him, his Christian, belief, his faith, his success, the fact that fans adore and admire him. Oh, how dare we? How dare we support him? Y'all are fucking fucking grow up. I drafted a proposed statement by Vic that included the phrase, I am a sex addict, because my conversations with Jamie Markey and Monica Rial convinced me that Vic would have to admit some form of guilt for them to settle. Vic never saw or approved of that phrase. I am not educated about sex addiction, nor am I an expert about sex addiction. I talked with Vic about sex addiction and advised him to speak with his counselor about it. I now believe his sexual activity and infidelities are more closely associated to the common narcissism and ego from men in his position. I believe Vic is sincere in his efforts with his counselor to correct the abject moral failings associated with his sexual behavior. And here's the thing. That's sort of the thing with, most, celebrities. They all have this narcissism to them and ego that they're untouchable and that they can, express themselves however they want. And, people wouldn't be able to do anything about it. But, I mean, I hope Vic gets help. I really do. I mean, he admitted that, he cheated on, Michelle. And he's seeking counsel for that. But I believe that Vic is just, he's human being. He's a human being. And we all make mistakes. You know? I've made this point, before on Twitter. I've stated this. We all make mistakes. We're not perfect. We'll never be perfect. Yet if we can admit to our mistakes and try to seek some form of help or reach out to someone to help us, then we're already taking that step of bettering ourselves. I've talked to Josie about, my, my problems. Josie, you know this yourself. I know that I'm not perfect. And no one is. But I'm always honest. I had to learn that lesson the hard way about being honest. About, if I have a problem, I just need to talk about it. I just need to talk with a friend and just hopefully learn. It's all you can do. So never be afraid to come out, and never be afraid to admit that you were wrong about something or you made a mistake in your life. Because people will love and respect you more if you're just honest with them. And that's a lesson I had to learn the hard way. So, Vic, if you're watching this, I hope and pray that you get the help that you need. And I love you so much.
I wanted to add.
And Vic, you inspired me to go into voice acting. If it weren't for you, I probably wouldn't be where I am now. So, from
thank you.
and so from me to you, I sincerely hope that you're all right, and I definitely want to meet you, talk with you. And it does pain me that you're going through all this.
Yeah, I think it pains a lot of people. But the only thing we can do is just learn and grow. And just become better people. Like Vic said at Bubba Fest. Just do good things. Just be good. Be the good for people. Because there's so many bad people out there. And they seem to think that they have the loudest voice. So the good people just have to be louder.
Exactly.
Alright, let's finish the rest of this. 71. My settlement efforts were an attempt to help my friend Vic, who is suffering tremendously, to protect Jamie and Monica from the difficulty of a lawsuit and to heal the anime community, which has been seriously divided by the allegations against Vic. During my settlement efforts, Todd Habercorn told me that Chris Sabat, Ron Toye, and Sean Schimmel told him that he was in danger of never working at Funimation again because Habercorn retained the same law firm as Vic. Wow. You're starting to see just how batshit insane these people really are. But they are willing to go after anyone who is in support of Vic, who, like, I can understand now why people are afraid to speak out, why voice actors are afraid to speak out. It's a fear tactic that these people are using.
Yeah.
And that's something that makes me even more upset now.
So, everyone who's
Because
watching, if you do go to a convention and the voice actor you're talking to hasn't spoken about the Vic situation, please, please, please do not bring it up.
I'm getting emotional here because it's disgusting. What did
I
these
agree.
people do? Here's my question to you, Chris. If you're watching this, Chris Sabat, why are you dragging innocent people into this, telling them, oh, if they ever mention this or anything, then they can lose their jobs? Why are you threatening them? Is it because your ego is too big that you think you could control people, what they think, or how they're supposed to think? Is that it, Chris? Like, come on. Why would you do something like that? It just pisses me off even more. And I'm shaking right now.
If you wish for me to finish up, but I can go ahead and finish up.
Oh, it gets worse, people. We're almost done. We're on page 7.
Yeah. This just goes to prove that if you retain Ty Beard, considered by many of
I'll be back.
the voice actors to be the enemy, you are going to be blacklisted. Now, why would that be? For me, personally, and I think that Nick is probably going to come to the same conclusion that it's because Ty Beard is defending Vic. They're scared of him. They're scared that he's actually going to pull off something that they haven't seen before. And that is a fight. So I am somewhat relieved that Vic is out of Funimation. And I am glad that I gave up on Funimation when this started.
That's literally all he can say. He's like, I don't care.
So I have a I had a bit of a rant saving up.
Oh shit.
But
super effective too.
This, as a
It is
voice
long,
actor,
right?
as an entertainer, I find this behavior absolutely disgusting.
Does that mean that I double it?
I can't believe I looked up to any of these people except for Vic.
Okay.
Chuck Huber, I didn't know much about him, but judging from what I'm reading, he is a guy that's trying to do the right thing.
That's too much damage.
So, knowing Chuck Huber of from this affidavit, I think I can safely say he's one of the few voice actors that's still working at Funimation that I can trust and look up to. I can possibly take him at his word that all this happened. But at the same point in time, I do have to try and remain objective. There is a chance that Chuck Huber
I'm sorry, I actually wanted to
is going against the grain and is letting his emotions cloud his judgment. But I am not at all surprised if this is the truth.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh, Lord. I had to get me some water. I'm going to finish reading the rest of this. Because we're almost done. Okay.
Sorry, but I don't trust Crunchyroll at either, considering they are willing to censor stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's always a plan B, C, D, etc. when it comes to anime. Viz Media. Yeah, Crunchyroll, no. I don't trust Crunchyroll. Fantasy Soft. I don't know. And by the way, Fantasy Soft is here in Kentucky. I think they're from Louisville. Or Louisville.
I thought
a lot of
they
people
were in Louisiana.
No, they're from Kentucky. They're from Louisville. Which, by the way, people, it is pronounced Louisville, not Louisville. It's Louisville, Kentucky. If you live in Kentucky, you know how to pronounce Louisville. So, because if you say Louisville, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
But I would go to Fantasy Soft. They have been really nice.
Yeah, they want to do an interview with me.
They want to do an interview with you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's a guaranteed LR.
That's surprising.
Hang on, just 1 second. I'll be right back, people.
All right. Yeah, I am aware of the different plans for anime dubbing. Viz is a possibility. I would go to Viz. I would go to Fantasy Soft. I'd go to Super Sentai as well. But choices are really problematic due to how the SJW mindset has infected the dubbing industry. And if I go to one of those studios that has that mindset, we're going to get a Funimation all over again.
He asked him for a battle.
Okay, we're going to get one, and there's a chance I'd be the one in Vic's shoes at that point.
Sorry about that. Oh, Lord. My foot is killing me.
Yeah, I said Sentai.
So, which way find in the forest?
Sentai's alright.
Yeah,
Here's what I think. And I think people will agree with me on this. Funimation just needs to have a good house cleaning. Get rid of all the bad eggs. Because I think that's what's going to end up happening. If Vic wins this lawsuit, Sony is basically going to clean house. They're going to get rid of all the bad people, all all the bad people. They're gonna get rid of Chris Sabat. They're gonna get rid of Sean Schimmel. They're gonna get rid of Jamie Markey. They're gonna get rid of Monica. They're gonna get rid of all the bad people. That's what Funimation should do, is house cleaning.
Yeah, but there's no telling what Sony would do, considering a lot of their base of operations.
Sentai used to
I don't
be,
know. If
I believe Sentai used to be ADV Films.
yeah, ADV
Oh my god.
split off into all sorts of different dubbing companies. And in fact, I did befriend one of the voice actors there, John Swasey.
And here's the thing, people. I know Chuck Huber. I personally know him. I have spoken with him. Such a good guy. Very genuine, down to earth, just like Vic is. I mean, I did an interview with him.
I'd love to have a little chat with him on my
I mean, I
channel.
have his Skype if, if anybody wants to contact him. I mean, I've been in his voice acting classes.
Oh no, I'm going to have to get Skype again. Oh boy, it's back to my old day.
He's an amazing person. Just amazing. I love Chuck Huber. I do. Really nice person. I'm gonna actually finish this though, and then I'll tell you guys. I also feared that my 20-year voice acting career at Funimation and personal reputation would be damaged by retaliation for my association with Vic. I contacted Jin Fukunaga. This is a juicy part here too. He contacted Jin Fukunaga, the then CEO of Funimation, to discuss my concerns with Chris Sabat's gaslighting of Sean Schimmel, damaging use of his authority toward actors, and his attempts to destroy my career in early March 2019, who met with me and advised that Vic would lose and have to pay via something he had learned about called an anti-slap motion. He also, in response to my specific concerns about Chris Sabat, said that he had been friends with Chris Sabat for 17 years and he did not believe me. This meeting occurred on March the 5th, 2019 at 2:30 p.m. in Jin's office, approximately a month and a half prior to Vic filing the current pending lawsuit. Also, am I not allowed to say it as Louisville, pronounced as Louisville? No, it's not pronounced Louisville. It's pronounced Louisville. Louisville. That's how we pronounce it, Louisville. Some people might pronounce it Louisville, but that makes you sound stupid. So just call it Louisville, because that's what a lot of people here in Kentucky pronounce it as. Alright, so let's see. I and my wife fear direct, planned, and specific retaliation from Chris Sabat and those loyal to him in response to this affidavit that will be damaging to my reputation and career. I have known Vic for many years, and I do not believe he has ever sexually approached anyone past the point of them telling him no. I believe Vic has utilized his position of privilege in shameful ways in attempts to obtain sex. In my experiences with Vic, if someone acted like they did not want to be hugged or kissed, he stopped immediately. Funimation employees, including Jamie Markey, Monica Rial, and Michelle Speck, have advised me more than once since February 2019 that criminal charges are coming against Vic. In response, I encourage them to help these alleged underage victims of rape and sexual assault to come forward. When asked to provide specifics to these allegations, They couldn't or refused to do so. That's interesting there.
Ooh, if they're unwilling to give any specifics to even one of their friends, that paints a very bad picture for them.
Oh, yeah. When I was told about the contents of the confidential investigation undertaken by Tammy Denbo on behalf of Funimation, my opinion was that Funimation, Jamie Markey, and Monica Rial acted together and with encouragement from Chris Sabat and Sean Schemmel to destroy Vic's career and life. I believe that the purported incidents investigated by Tammy Denbo occurred off Funimation property and not at Funimation events. The one incident that purportedly occurred on Funimation property occurred prior to Sony's acquisition of Funimation. Thus, the no hugs policy from Sony was not in effect. There were no signs about the policy hung around the Funimation office. I do not believe that Vic kissed Sarah Bachmeier without her consent. I have never heard rumors of Vic behaving sexually inappropriate at Funimation. Funimation has supported the accusations made by defendants that Vic is a sexual predator, pedophile, and rapist by supporting the accusations directly with their own public statements. I, as a member of the public, viewed the tweets made on February 11, 2019 by Funimation as supporting the accusation against Vic and asserting Vic was fired for sexual harassment and threats. It appears to me that Ron Toye, Monica Rial, and Jamie Markey have been speaking with Funimation's tacit or overt consent in tweets that have been made by them since January 2019. And that is where his affidavit ends.
Yeah.
We'll call it starting.
So,
a lot of juicy stuff.
Well, it's mostly, it mostly paints a very vivid picture of how Funimation has been operating. It paints, people like Chris Sabat as a manipulative, condescending, just downright awful person. And that this is all nothing more than ego-driven. They had no, and I mean this, they had no intentions of helping Vic like they claim they did. Oh, we're trying to help Vic. No, you guys weren't. You fucking hated this guy's guts. And you wanted Vic to die and rot. You wanted his career to die. Just because of who he is as a person. And that paints you as the bad guys. And I really do hope that this TCPA does not go through. Because you guys deserve what's coming to you. You really do. All the respect I've had for you all, you might as well kiss that goodbye. Whatever conventions you guys are coming to, I'm not going to be there. Because you all are nothing more than scumbags. There are a few exceptions. There are people I'd like to meet. But people like Chris Sabat, Jamie Markey, and Monica Rial, and all them, I could care less if I ever meet them. And hopefully, Funimation will fire them. Because their company depends on it. Because I think there will be some house cleaning. And honestly, here's the thing. Chuck, I'm going to actually send you this video, this stream. And I want you to listen to this part right here. You have nothing to worry about because you have us. You have the fans. You will always have a career as long as we are around. As long as we support you. Because, Chuck, you are a genuine person. I've spoken with you. You basically told me this, and I'll never forget it. Funimation is like a family. That was one of the things you said in our interview on Skype. You said that Funimation was like a family. Well, I'm lucky that I wasn't born in that family. And I think you would agree with me on that now. Cuz I think you need to find a different family. Cuz the people in that family, they are awful human beings. And all they care about is hurting others. They don't care about helping others. They want to boost their egos and just manipulate people and ruin lives. And that's so distraught to me. That people are that cruel. Especially to people that are so kind and genuine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, people.
Like, shit happens.
It's all right, man. It's all right.
I'm more forgiving than most people.
I get
Check.
emotional over this because I care.
So, actually,
Yeah, I
that line,
I care as well, man.
Mm.
that affiliation to whatever.
Uh, Chuck, I've never met you. I've never talked with you, but I do sincerely hope you listen to this part.
Along again, knowing full well
There are
that if he tries to
aspiring
go back
voice
to make
actors
things
who
worse,
still look
he's
up to
already
you.
stuck. So he
That's
starts moving
still
along the path.
into voice acting, and I am one of them. But those same voice actors are probably unaware of the goings on at Funimation that are very dark, that could potentially land them fearing for their career. And that's where I encourage
You took
you,
the branch.
be open about it. That's the best thing you can be for those fans of yours. Be open. I know it may seem like you're you're talking bad about your friends, but if the management is as corrupt as you're saying in this affidavit, then you then you're doing a disservice by not warning what the future holds for those aspiring voice actors that want to be in anime projects.
I bring out.
But the thing
And
though is he did come out, and that's why I love and
yep,
respect Chuck.
yep, and that's why I'm saying,
I bring out.
Chuck,
My
at the end of all this,
and how we use
this
the best
affidavit
rope to get on top.
was the
So
best
I can
possible thing
avoid taking
you could have done. And you have earned quite a lot of respect from me as a person and as a man. You actually are standing your ground.
What's up, Fukinzan. Yeah. Fukinzan Fukushada. What's up? How you doing? Yeah, we're about ready to wrap up. It's almost been 3 hours. I guess I'm just gonna have some closing thoughts here. Really,
Yeah.
that was the sole purpose of reading the response here. I wanted to talk about Chuck Huber's affidavit. I mean, I'm gonna go and read Vic's affidavit in another video probably, because Vic also has an affidavit. And I'm very curious about Sean Lemoyne's affidavit, what that had to say. If people could find that for me, I would really appreciate it.
I can
No,
probably,
dude. You it's all right. You can go back and watch it. I'm probably gonna edit some of it because I sort of accidentally leaked some of my Twitter messages, and I want to sort of edit that out. So, because
wait, you will reveal addresses and phone numbers, but Twitter messages are what you're worried about?
yes, because I have messages with people and they don't deserve to. I'm sorry. Oh Lord, you didn't really miss
Sorry,
much.
I just sort of find it funny. That's all.
But to me though, like all this is just it's heartbreaking when you realize that these are people that you grew up with, that you like. I remember watching the first episode of Dragon Ball Z when I was just a kid. You know, it made me, you know, it inspired me and influenced me in such a way. No, I didn't dox anyone. Chuck Huber's address is actually in his affidavit. I didn't dox it. It's in the actual document here. So you can blame Ty Beard. He's the one that doxed. Just kidding. I didn't read off the address or anything.
Hold on. God damn it, Ty, you lost us the case.
Well, I know I can't go to town.
God damn it, Nick. We lost the case again.
What is the last count now? I'm pretty sure it's over 9,000.
Which I think the Ocean dub is better than the Funimation dub. It's over 9,000.
I didn't completely watch the Ocean dub because Ocean stopped dubbing it. Not the Funimation, but Toonami stopped airing the Ocean dub around the time that Funimation started doing its own dubbing. And I was, and it just started showing the old episodes, and continued on from there.
Oh yeah. Subs are better than dubs.
No,
I've been watching subs lately, so
because I see my inventory.
I can't say.
What do you all think? What do you all think is gonna happen with this case? Do you think Vic is gonna win? Do you think that Funimation is gonna try to settle with Vic? Because I think that's what's gonna happen. I think that Funimation's gonna try to settle.
For me personally,
yeah, I know.
regardless of what happens, I actually
Shit.
think Funimation is going to start
Yeah, I figured.
going into obscurity.
I don't think
Because
so.
well,
I mean, the reason why that is because Sony put a lot of money into this company. I mean, there's a reason why Sony bought this company. I think what Sony needs to do is just clean house. Get rid of Chris Sabat. Get rid of Sean Schimmel. Get rid of all the bad people. And if they do that, then they may be able to save that company. Because right now, those are the people you have running that company. And that's basically burning it down to the ground.
well, there is an interesting dilemma. You see,
He just
a lot
Oh,
of the
yeah.
voice actors that are currently there actually started out
just bluntly
when the
said that.
company
I'm
was
just
in its
charm like this.
grassroots, so it's not going to be easy to get rid of them.
Well, I don't think they'll have a choice. I don't think they'll have a choice in that matter. Either they get rid of them, or the company is just going to burn to the ground. And it's because of this that, people are going to turn towards alternatives. Or even worse, people will just pirate it.
Hi there, I sail the high sea.
Bring down the banhammer. Ow.
Why
Alright.
bring down the panhammer?
Okay, so we're almost at 3 hours here. I'm just gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Unless you have any final words.
He's actually
yeah,
smiling and giving off.
I
like,
haven't been
this
doing
starts to
many
swell after,
streams
where it
lately
gets the
because
full laughter.
I don't have a mouse right now. But tomorrow I am getting a mouse, and I'm thinking about one of the first things I'm gonna do. I am going to stream tomorrow, and I'm going to probably do a live reading or something
starts chasing the
else
Gengar.
to do with anime. So if you want to catch me there,
back
go
here.
ahead and
Pay me.
subscribe to my channel.
No, Fukin-san, no. You pay me. That's why the Streamlab donation link is in the description there. You pay me. No, you don't have
Why can't
to.
we pay each other?
You guys don't have to donate anything to me. I appreciate it though. It's just an option there. Mostly like the donation link there. Like people have asked me, how they can donate to me. Just, buy me a coffee. I mean, I have a coffee account. You can buy commissions from me on there. And that's one way you can actually help me out. Is just by asking me to do commissions. Oh, you're broke as fuck and can't even afford meals. That sucks. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. Okay, Josie said, first, Toei better get the rights back from Funny. Second, there may be settlements from Jamie and Funimation, but Monica may go to court. I think that's what's gonna end up happening.
I'm still not entirely
like,
convinced.
I'm
Indefinite.
I'm out of high.
Yeah,
I
commissions
think
for my
it'll go
art.
either way.
Yes, commissions for my art. which I may actually lower some of the prices. I'll be better off when I get a roommate, don't worry. I mean, I hope you do get a roommate. Honestly, I'd like to, maybe buy a studio one day to be able to do stuff like this. Maybe build one. Which, right now, that's the plan. Is to get my studio up and start doing stuff.
Yeah, I need to get a studio as well so that I'm not in a room full of people all the time.
Yeah, it's currently in the works at the moment.
I
I'm
mean,
using a room to sort of build onto my studio.
I mean, I'm currently living in the living room. This is my sleeping area and everything.
Oh, crap. It's honestly my dream to start an animation studio. Oh, nice. That's my dream too. I want to get into animation.
Oh, cool! There's animation studio dreamers all over the place. I mean, I live with one.
Yeah, Moronica. Yeah, Josie calls them Moronica.
Oh, a lot of people in my server call it the Moronica as well.
Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of Discord, I may actually open up my Discord server again. I mean, the reason why I haven't been promoting it because I have so many people in there. Maybe you could be my first employee. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I'm looking for work, Your pay will be $1. I can't do that for $1. It's a lot of work. A lot of work that goes into it.
Oh no, I have random cuddles from my cat.
It's a lot of work that goes into animation. And I don't even have Clip Studio, which that's what I'm going to get. It's Clip Studio to animate.
Doesn't a single episode of an anime cost like $1 million or something?
Yes. I believe it costs like $200 million to produce a 12 episode series from what I looked online. Fine, $2. No. I'd say $30 an hour. Now I gotta delete another server to join yours, lol. I'm at the 100 max. Oh my gosh.
Well, hey, if you need a voice actor, I'm your guy.
Well, I'm gonna be getting voice actors to do stuff for me. I'm right now. What I'm thinking about doing is fan comics of Molly Chan and some OC characters that I've been working on. So that's sort of the project that I'm working on right now, is doing some fan comics and have dub overs of it. Or actually, I think it's called web comics, ain't it? Because fan comics is I don't know what the word is. I think it would be web comics.
They're online comics, basically, where you can find them at the various websites.
Oh yeah, but that's a project I've been wanting to do, is like make it into like a gag web comic series with my character, my OC.
Man.
It's gonna be funny. I already came up with a joke with a potato chip. Molly Chan, she's eating a bag of potato chips, and she drops one in the floor. Okay, and she's thinking, you know, there's a 5-second rule, right? You know that's usually, the thing. It's not good to eat stuff off the floor.
Now he's like,
But she's such a klutz that she gets it in her mind. Like, I'm gonna find a way to make a joke about that. It's in my head right now how I'm gonna make it into a joke. I just gotta, put it all together. Okay, I'll DM you. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. It's been over 3 hours. So go ahead and tell everyone where they can find you, JMan.
You can find me here on YouTube. You can find me on BitChute. You can find me on Twitter. It's all JManTheDualBlade. And I'm gonna be trying to do a lot more on the YouTube, BitChute, all those fun places. And that's about all I can think of without going into a ramble fit.
Well, you can find me here on YouTube, of course, Pirate Canvas. As well as you can find me here on Twitter as well, at Canvas Pirates. And, of course, DeviantArt. And you can support me via Coffee. Coffee.com/PirateCanvas. And also on Twitch. Twitch.tv/PirateCanvas. And I have not watched Demon Slayer. Not yet, Fukin-san. But nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. You all have a good night. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace!